People ask us all the time, how do I protect my kids against the culture of the world? I think about when we first started raising our family, we had no idea that like the iPhone would be invented or like all of the challenges in the culture today. We had no idea. But how can we help our children get ready? How can you get your children ready for what's coming down the pike? Because we really honestly don't know. But it's that strong family culture that binds your family together and communicates those values. So when you have a dynamic culture and your children experience real beauty within your home, when they experience real love, when they experience real belonging, when they go out into the world, and the world is kind of like those counterfeit bills, and when they're giving lots and lots, when tellers are giving lots and lots of real bills, then they're given a counterfeit one. When they feel that counterfeit one, they're like, I don't know what it is, but there's something different about this. When your kids experience real virtue and love within your home and they go out and someone says, oh, this is what you have to do to belong. This is how you have to be accepted. Your children will be like, you know what? I know what it means to be accepted. I know what real love is, and this isn't it. They will know that in the depths of their heart. That simple tradition of even like regular family dinners, making that a sacred habit in your home. It teaches and models so much for your children. Having real conversations with your children, taking that time to be an example for them of how do we engage the world as a Catholic, not just in spiritual things, but in your business, in your work, in your other relationships. And if your children experience that, they will know that they are worthy of love. They will know that they are worthy of love and acceptance, and they will be ready then to engage the world outside your home from a place of real authenticity and truth.
So as we look at the fruitful family, right, this idea of a family culture that's fully alive, they know families that are living for purpose. They're living with their deeper why. They know where they're going. They knew who they are, and they have a deep sense of what they want to see in the character of their children. And the family culture is so important because our family confers, as we said a little bit earlier, about the mission statement, or about kind of what is the mission of the family culture. It passes on and fulfills three fundamental needs of the human person. And identity. It's within the family that we learn the answer to the first question, who am I? Right? It's within the family that you get the answer, you're my child. And hopefully, you're my beloved child. You're my cherished son and daughter. And it is out of that deep sense of who they are that it lays the foundation for them to understand who they are as a child of God. From 0 to 6, your kids don't have any intellectual distinctions between understanding the love of God and the love of mom and dad. There's no separation in that. And it adds on to that as time goes on. But we have come to see that deep, deep importance of our kids, knowing from the earliest age, but that each stage along the way, that their identity is reconfirmed and reaffirmed in them. And sadly today we need to make sure we know, hey, you're a beloved son. You're a beloved daughter. That there's a difference between boys and girls. Today we need to affirm their identity and who they are so they're not lost in this mixed up, crazy world. But they also need to know that you're a Catholic. And this is what it means to be a Catholic. And they don't just need to have a catechetical answer to that, which is good and important. But they need to know at the depth of their being, this is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. This is the texture and the contour of what it means. And all of that comes from that deep understanding that they are beloved son and daughter of God's.